the king should have no damage. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king threw to set him over the whole realm. Then the presidents and princesses sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they couldn't find none occasion nor fault, for as much as he was faithful, neither there were any error or fault found in him. Then said this man, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God. Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said thus unto him, King Darius, live forever. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors, the captains, have consulted together to establish a royal statute and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save O thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing, that it be not changed according to the laws of Medes and Persians, which altereth not, whether the king Darius signed the writing and the decree. Now then Daniel knew that the writing was signed, and went into his house, and his windows being open into his chamber towards Jerusalem. He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God as he did aforetime. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any god or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, the thing is true according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not. Then answered they said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regarded not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh this petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till on going down to the sun to deliver him. Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, Know, O king, that the law of Medes and Persians is, that no decree nor stature which is the king established may be changed. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, Thy God, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet, and with the signet of his lords, and the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. Then the king arose very early in the morning, and went in haste unto the den of lions. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions? Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My God hath sent his angels and hath shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no matter of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God. And the king commanded, and they brought these men which has accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, their wives, and the lions had the mastery of them, and break all their bones in pieces, and even take all the bottom of the den. Then King Darius wrote unto all people, nations, and languages, and dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that every domination, my kingdom, men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel. For he is the living God, and before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God, and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who had delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius, in the reign of Cyprus, the Persian. Mga kapatid, etong aking na-share ngayong hapon, saved through faith. Dahil sa pananampalataya ni Daniel, mga kapatid, ay siya ay na-save, nailigtas siya. Ang ating ang maisturo ko ngayon, mga kapatid, ang aking ma-share is sa buhay ni Daniel, mga kapatid. Number 1, praise. Diba? Si Daniel ay hindi siya huminto sa pagpupuri sa Panginoon. Dito sa Daniel 6:10, sabi dito, now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being opened in the chamber towards Jerusalem, he kneeled down upon his knees 3 times a day, and prayed and give thanks before his God. Diba? Mga kapatid, si Daniel ay siya ay parang right hand ni King Darius, because 'di ba naturo sa atin ni Pastor before na dinala siya from Jerusalem to Babylon dahil nagtrabaho siya kay King Nebuchadnezzar. But when King Nebuchadnezzar, dito sa Daniel 5:20, but when his heart was lifted up and his mind hardened in pride, he was disposed from the kingly throne, and they took his glory from him. Na dethrone ito si King Nebuchadnezzar, di ba? Yung naging para siyang beast yung kanyang katawan because of his pride. So si King Darius ay siya yung pumalit kay King Nebuchadnezzar. And Daniel, mga kapatid, ay siya yung taga-interpret ng mga panaginip, at siya ay binigyan ng Panginoon ng excellent spirit dito sa chapter 6 verse 3, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king threw to set him over the whole realm. Siya yung parang kung sa atin siya si Bongo, siya yung katiwala, at siya palagi ang taga-advise ng hari. At dito, mga kapatid, alam nila na si Daniel ay talagang nananalangin 3 times a day. 'Di ba? 3 silang katiwala, but because of the excellent spirit na kay Daniel, kinainggitan siya nung dalawa pang niyang kasama. And ito yung wala silang makitang kasalanan ni Daniel. 'Di ba? Sabi dito, we cannot find any fault to Daniel except sa kanyang pagsamba sa Panginoon. And una-una is praising. Hindi tumigil sa pagpupuri sa Panginoon si Daniel. 'Di ba? Sabi dito sa Psalms 100 verse 4, enter his gates with thanksgiving and to his courts with praise. Give thanks unto him and bless his name. Hindi tayo magsawa sa pagpupuri sa Panginoon, mga kapatid. Dahil ang ating pagpupuri ay ito yung ating binibigay natin ang kabutihan, binabalik natin ang ating pagpuri sa Panginoon. At yun ay praise, di ba? Pangalawa, mga kapatid, is prayer. Di ba? Sabi dito, di ba? Sabi, pray without ceasing. So si Daniel ay hindi tumigil sa pananalangin sa Panginoon. Sabi dito, and prayed and give thanks before his God as he did before time. So yun lamang ang nakita ng fault na pwede nilang gamitin against kay Daniel, mga kapatid. So yung dalawa niyang kasama na naiinggit sa kanya ay sinabi doon kay King Darius na magawa sila ng decree against sa mga walang ibang sasambahin kundi si King Darius lamang. At yun ay pinirmahan at nilagyan ng sign. Di ba yung mga hari, meron silang ring. Nilagyan nyo ng sign ni King Darius. So ayun ay naging decree. But si Daniel, mga kapatid, ay hindi tumigil. Itong pangatlong P is perseverance, mga kapatid. Una is praise, pangalawa is prayer, pangatlo is perseverance. Perseverance, ang ibig sabihin ay persistence of doing something despite of difficulty. So, yun ang si Daniel ay mayroon siyang perseverance. Kahit alam niya na ang buhay niya ang kapalit, ngunit hindi siya, di ba, kamatayan ang kapalit ng lumalabag sa decree na yun. Pero mga kapatid, hindi siya nagpatinag because alam niya, mga kapatid, that ang kanyang Diyos na pinaglilingkuran ay buhay na Diyos. Amen? So, perseverance. Sabi dito sa Matthew 14:13, but the one who endures to the end will be saved, di ba? Hanggang kung sino man yung matitira hanggang sa huli ay siyang maliligtas, mga kapatid. So, yun ay perseverance. And then sa ginawang iyon ni Daniel, mga kapatid, 'di ba? Daniel prays, Daniel pray, Daniel have perseverance. So, ang kanyang kahit na nilagay siya, mga kapatid, doon sa den of lions dahil nga yun lang ang nakita ng kanyang mga kalaban na maging kasalanan niya, but hindi siya hindi siya lumaban sa hari, kundi yun lang, 'di ba? Sabi nga dito sa 6:14, ayaw talaga ni King Darius na ilagay si Daniel doon kasi yun ang kanyang katiwala. But, di ba sabi dito sa 14, the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. But he labored till going down of the sun to deliver him. Wala siyang magagawa dahil sa kanya, nilagdaan niya yung decree na yon, so kailangan niyang sundin. Masakit sa loob ni King Darius, mga kapatid, na ilagay si Daniel doon sa den of lions. Ngunit yun ay batas. So, sinunod niya. Nang gabing iyon, mga kapatid, nilagay na si Daniel doon sa den of lions. But nung gabing iyon, si King Darius ay hindi nakatulog. Di ba? Sa 18, then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting. Nag-fasting siya. Neither were instruments or music brought to him. So, sa madaling salita, mga kapatid, nilagay na nga si Daniel sa den of lions. Hindi nakatulog si King Darius. And then, nagising siya sa umaga, maagang maaga. Pumunta siya doon sa den. Sabi niya gano'n, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions? Yun ang sabi ni King Darius. And ang sabi naman ni Daniel, O king, live forever. My God has sent his angel that hath shut the lion's mouth. They have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocency was found in me. And also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Diba? Walang nangyari kay Daniel. Hindi siya naano kahit anong galos, mga kapatid. So, sa madaling salita, mga kapatid, Daniel's life was protected. Diba? Kasi sabi dito, sabi ng Daniel, angels shut the mouth of the lions. So, Daniel was protected. And Daniel's life was preserved, mga kapatid. Sabi dito sa 23, then the king exceedingly glad for him and commanded that they should take Daniel out of the den. Pinalabas na si Daniel. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no matter of hurt was found upon him because he believed in his God. So Daniel, mga kapatid, is protected. He was preserved. Una-una, mga kapatid, is praise. Daniel prays. Daniel pray. Daniel has perseverance. Daniel's life was protected. Daniel's life was preserved. Walang galos o anuman. At ang kanyang pananampalataya, mga kapatid, ay hindi nagbago. Ganun pa rin. Even though nanilagay siya doon sa den of lions, ganun pa rin ang pananampalataya ni Daniel. And number 6, mga kapatid, is power. Diba? Sa Daniel 6:25, then King Darius write unto all people, nations and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel. For he is the living God and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall be destroyed shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. So mga kapatid, and 27, he delivered and rescued, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who hath delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. So ito mga kapatid, number 6 is power. The power of God is revealed, mga kapatid. So dito nagbago na ang pananaw ni King Darius, 'di ba? Na gumawa na naman siya ng decree na the God of Daniel should be worshipped, 'di ba? Because he delivered and rescued Daniel from the den of lions, 'di ba? Sabi dito, and signs and wonders in heaven and on the earth. Sabi dito. And 'di ba, ang kapangyarihan ng ating Panginoon, mga kapatid, ay pinakita, na-revealed na doon sa buhay ni Daniel, mga kapatid. And number 7 is prosperity. Sabi dito sa 28, so Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. So naging prosperous si Daniel, mga kapatid, because Daniel prays, because Daniel prayed, because of Daniel's perseverance. So Daniel's life was protected, Daniel's life was preserved, and there is power. Mga kapatid, God's power is revealed, and Daniel also have power, mga kapatid, over the kingdom dahil naibalik na siya sa kanyang pwesto, and Daniel was prosperous, mga kapatid. So ito yung 7 P's na aking ma-share ngayong gabi, mga kapatid. Kung meron tayo nito, like Daniel, mga kapatid, di ba, ay ang Panginoon natin ay, di ba, si Daniel was delivered from the den of lions, tayo pa kaya, mga kapatid, di ba? If God is with us, who can be against us? Kung ano man ang lion na yan sa ating buhay, mga kapatid. And sa Hebrews 11:33, sabi dito, ng mga ito sa pamamagitan ng pananampalataya, nagsilupig ng mga kaharian, nagsigawa ng katwiran, nagtamo ng mga pangako, at nangagtikom ng mga bibig ng mga leon. Yun yung pangako sa atin, mga kapatid ng Panginoon. Di ba? Binabasa natin lagi sa Psalms 91. God, no arrow, no terror, no plague will go near us because God will protect us, mga kapatid. So yan ang aking ma-share, mga kapatid. Magandang gabi at samahan niyo muna ako sa maikling panalangin. Thank you, Lord, sa buhay ni Daniel na binigay niyo sa amin, Panginoon. Lord, help us, Lord, na kami ay maglakad, Panginoon, gaya ni Daniel, Lord, na walang pula, walang kasalanan, Lord, na makita sa kanyang buhay, Panginoon, kundi ang magpuri, manalangin, Panginoon, ay patuloy na pananampalataya sa inyong pangalan, Panginoon. Sa ganun man, Panginoon, you protect Daniel's life, you preserve Daniel's life, and Lord, your power is revealed, Panginoon, and you make him prosperous, Panginoon. Lord, tulungan mo po kami, Panginoon, na maangkin namin ang katangiang yan, Panginoon, sa aming buhay, Panginoon, na amin itong lalakaran, Panginoon, hindi lamang namin pakinggan, Panginoon, at ikaw ang aming pupurihin, Lord Jesus, in any circumstances of our lives, Lord. We always call you, we always connect to you, Panginoon. Maraming salamat, Panginoon, at Lord, binabalik namin ang lahat ng kaluwalhatian, ang lahat ng kadakilaan at lahat ng kapurihan. In your precious and mighty name, Amen.